This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Final one before next Wednesday. That my daughter is listening to.
Final Friday? Sorry,
final podcast.
Final
before,
podcast.
Yeah,
okay, I was like, final what?
Yeah, until next Wednesday.
Until next Wednesday.
You want to do it on Christmas Day?
Nope.
Nope.
We could do the best of. Nope.
Wouldn't even fill a podcast. Best of what? Best of what? Yeah, it's pretty well the way the show went today.
Yeah, pretty well.
Let me see. I was all ready to open presents at 6:30, and then Mom says, "Why don't we wait till 7:30?" And Christmas is ruined.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was at all.
I'm okay with delayed gratification, but I was really pumped for 6:30 because I couldn't wait for you to open your present.
Well, I am a little embarrassed about my reaction, so we probably should have done it at 6:40.
Because you damn near dropped an F-bomb.
I did, yeah. I was quite taken aback.
You threw out the friggin'.
You tend to exaggerate. I don't know if you're aware a little bit.
It's part of my persona.
No, I think that's just you.
Okay.
So you were really building it up, and I was thinking, okay, whatever, sure, all right.
It's nothing.
Not that it was nothing, but it's like, okay, what is?
Settle down.
Because you kept asking me, you really have no idea, and I had no clue.
Yeah.
What you had gotten me, none.
Yeah.
You hit it very well in the packaging. There was a bag of chips and some treats, which I did expect.
Sure.
Kind of thought, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And then the actual quote unquote gift
rolled up in a tube.
It really did bring me to tears. I was quite
I warned you.
surprised because it was very thoughtful. It is very thoughtful. I took the lid off because it was in like a tubular box, something you would put wine in.
Exactly.
I took the lid off and I first saw green and what looked like a C. And I thought, oh, he did give me something from Centennial. And that was happiness. And then I lifted out and it's a friggin' Jason Kelsey shirt.
That's right.
It's like, what the? But I didn't. I said, no friggin' way. Almost had to stop myself. And it is wonderful.
And you're wearing it now. So you have
of course.
It's a knockoff Kelsey jersey.
It's not, I wouldn't say a knockoff. It doesn't have the Eagles.
Right.
But I didn't notice that until like a half hour later.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's got the Kelsey number and the number and the name. So and it's green. It's very nice. It was very
for your
thoughtful.
boy now. It's your guy.
It is my guy. And wow, it blew me away. It really, you left me dumbfounded.
It was, without a doubt, the easiest present I ever shopped for.
And
it was so obvious to me. It was so obvious.
See, and I never even thought of it.
And that's why I thought it's going to be obvious what you're going to get me. Of course, you're going to get me something for football because that's what we talk about now. Now you're into football. You need a jersey. And so that was so easy for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't even think about it.
But then
I felt like shit because you opened your gift. And I was quite proud of your gift. And I thought, holy crap, you got me a Kelsey jersey. I got you that.
As I am struggling on my writing journey to get published, I'm going to write 3 books in 2024. I know I am.
Okay.
One of my favorites, Michael Connolly, has Resurrection Walk, a new one out, and you bought me a copy of that. And I forever will thank you. When you buy a writer a book from one of their favorite authors, that's like saying, I believe in you. Go be inspired. Great. It's awesome. Yeah, so.
You're just blowing smoke up my ass.
No, it's great. It's like if you know somebody who's like in a band and they're working really hard and they're inspired by this favorite band and you keep buying them music of that band, it's like saying, I get it. This is your inspiration. You'll get there. Here you go. Love it. Love it. Resurrection Walk. And
I hope so, because quite honestly, when I saw it, I'm like...
he never writes a bad one.
As I said to you, it was like, yep.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. It's obvious.
Well, your entire gift, but that mainly, because that was like your gift. The others were extras, but that was I'm like...
Socks.
Well, yeah.
Thank you for the
thing about the socks was, and I know socks are just easy to go to, but it was the red and black checkered.
Oh yeah,
that's what caught my eye.
The best
was the red and black checkered. So I do hope, like I don't they're thicker. So I did question whether or not you would actually wear them, because Wayne hates hot socks, like socks that are warm, which is, I know, contradictory and doesn't make sense.
Well, men are furnaces.
It was more for the look of them than the actual function.
Well, we'll go outside in the winter. So we have friends, we campfires and stuff like that. We'll have fires in the winter.
I do hope you wear them. I hope they're comfortable. If not, I figure Kathy can wear them.
I'll wear them tonight. We're going to go have a campfire somewhere tonight. So with some friends, so for sure.
And then some treats that I don't know if I should mention, because they are for you.
Well, you can't mention all of them, otherwise my wife will get mad that there's toffee in there.
But and this isn't directed at you, but like the old man toffee.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Macintosh.
Yeah. Smack a Mac. Yeah, yes. For sure.
Okay.
Like Werther's. Oh, I love it.
Okay, that was the other one I questioned. I couldn't remember if it was Werther's or not, or the caramels. Do you like the caramels, or is that someone else?
I love them all. I'm over 55. You buy anything in a Werther's package? I love it.
Good to know.
It's great.
All right, well, your birthday's coming up in a couple of months.
We're going to talk about
And now I got to knock that out of the park because it's a friggin' shirt.
No, it isn't. It's like a mini jersey. So good. So good. We're going to talk about what 15-year-olds think millennials should get for Christmas, and also our year-end stuff, kind of putting it together. All coming up in the Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast. It's brought to you by Simple Desk.
Simple Desk in Trenton is your ultimate destination to streamline, market, and strengthen your business's brand. Jenny, the visionary behind Simple Desk, took her commitment to business support a step further by creating BRAZEN, an event for women who dare. After the event's sellout in 2023, get ready for an even bigger and bolder BRAZEN 2024. The full-day experiential event is packed with networking, vendor booths, exciting giveaways, delicious food, and a speakers panel of incredible female entrepreneurs sharing their inspiring stories. Don't miss out on BRAZEN 2024. Mark your calendars for May 31st. Tickets go on sale November 1st. For all the details, visit simpledesk.ca/BRAZEN. And be sure to follow BRAZEN on Instagram at BRAZEN Events 1.
Would make a wonderful stocking stuffer if you're really stuck for the young female entrepreneur on your list. Get them tickets to the BRAZEN event coming up in May. It's going to be fabulous. Jimmy Holland is gone, so we said, what's going on in California? And then we landed on this one.
Yeah, not so much a rumor. This was actually a fact, because Jimmy usually does rumors on Friday. Yeah. Still coming from California, though. But a 7th grade teacher, middle school teacher out of California, Palm Springs, asked to pose the question to his 7th graders. What do you get a 30-something for Christmas? He himself is in his 30s.
Okay, right.
So that's kind of where it stemmed from. And so a lot of his friends and people in his life are about the same age. And he was kind of stumped. So he's like, what would you get a 30-year-old?
Now, how old's Nathan?
Nathan is
12?
12.
And he's in grade 7?
In grade 7.
So we're talking to 12, 13-year-olds.
Yes.
What do you think a 35-year-old would want?
According to these folks...
If you're 35, you don't want to know, first of all. And I'm laughing because it's like, welcome to the club.
Exactly. I wouldn't think, and this is so funny. So, measuring cups, signs that say, bless this house, a Dyson vacuum, a bottle of wine and hip implants. I didn't know hips came in implants. Panera Bread gift card. People in their 30s love soup, apparently. Bingo cards. You give them Bath and Body Works stuff. Yes, you can do that at any age.
Guilty.
Expensive meats. Something. Hard candies. There you go. Yeah. Candy Crush Premium. So the games.
The games, right.
You get them old people candles that smell like home or back then. That was one of my favorites.
Candles that smell like back then.
TJ Maxx gift cards, because this is American. You could give them all.
Right.
Wrinkle creams, heated blankets because their muscles be hurting. A coffee mug that says, don't talk to me until I have my coffee.
Teacher's got one of those on his desk.
They're all coffee obsessed millennials.
Yeah, they are.
True. And that's what his classroom came up with as gift ideas for 30-somethings. 30 is not that old, people.
Not old at all.
Number one. And it's so funny to hear and see those
electric
suggestions.
Blanket.
Because they be hurting.
And these are kids in California. Like, who's got an electric blanket in California?
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Although I do love my weighted blanket.
Oh, weighted blanket is a
totally
whole other
different.
ballgame.
Yeah. My kids have weighted blankets, so that's not an age thing.
Oh, good. Oh,
but yeah, it's very interesting. it was a funny little bit anyway to see and hear that it's expensive meats.
Hard candies. You got to have a bunch of
A
those in your
Dyson
pocket.
vacuum. Yes. I'm sorry, laugh,
Right.
but the year
Yeah.
I got my vacuum, I was over the friggin' moon.
Right.
Loved it.
Did you get your Roomba? Did you ever
Roomba? No.
Were you thinking about that?
I am thinking about it. I'm still not. Still haven't broken down and done it.
Gonna come
Because
under
I
the
still have a
Christmas tree?
vacuum. I have no.
Right.
No, it won't be
Okay.
under the no.
That's a decision not to be made by him.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
Good. Yes. That is the key.
Hey, I'm a hubby, I know.
My vacuum was a wonderful gift, but I got it many years ago. When I got a vacuum as a Christmas gift, it was
Right.
many years ago when I was excited for my iron as well. Now, not so much.
Yeah.
And I will get that myself.
You
yes.
and I are in the same kind of boat because I know you and Wayne just got appliances, so that's the nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Merry Christmas to each other. So
That
let's
was
calm down,
that was
right?
the big yeah.
And
that was
Kath and
the
I
big
went on
gift.
that enormous vacation that we've waited 6 years for.
Yeah.
So that's our Christmas gift, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah.
And I'm still kind of feeling like it's a trap.
I would
so
like
I texted
to-
her. So I'm going to pick up a couple stuff on the way home. She's like, why? We agreed.
Yes.
So I was like, well, just a couple of gift cards. I'm just,
It's not a bad idea.
yeah, it's just kind of the way I'm feeling.
Would you not rather her be maybe a little perturbed that you did get something
When she didn't get me something? Oh,
as
absolutely.
opposed to not getting something?
Yeah. Well, and the other
dealing
thing,
with that?
and this is the other one, and this is probably not right, but now I'm warming up to this
What's
thought.
the phrase? Ask for forgiveness rather than permission. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's better to ask for forgiveness rather
Right, then ask for permission.
Yep.
Is I don't want the kids to look and see that I didn't get their mother
that-
something, right?
That is a good point.
And I know they're adult
Yes.
children, but I don't want
But
them
still.
to think,
Yeah.
oh, I know they went on and they didn't want to get each other or anything, but they literally didn't get each other, So,
Yeah.
hey, some gift cards. And
that's just it. You and Kath might be okay with it.
Right.
But it's the optics and
That's the way I
it is
feel,
the
right?
message. And your kids are older, so they may get it more. I find it more important with my kids. They should see us give something. I feel it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be big and extravagant.
right, that's just the way I feel about it.
And me too,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And as you know, this week especially, my kids have surprised me because in the past, we have made a point of just saying to them, okay, look, I picked this up. You should give this to your brother. Or you should give your brother something. Do you have any ideas? I'll go out and get it and you give it. Like,
Okay.
just that.
Yeah. Right.
That.
Yeah.
Not.
You're introducing them to the notion of gift giving.
Yeah. Just the. I want them to have that intentional thought of someone else at Christmas. Yes, they're going to get a lot of stuff, and I want them to enjoy the magic of Christmas. Santa brings, mom and dad bring, whatever. But I also want them to have that intentional moment of giving at some point, whether it be their sibling, whether it be their grandparents, whether it be a friend or neighbor. I think that's really important to instill in them. And this year, this is the first year that they have actually come to us and said, no, I still need to go get Dad something. I have to get Ben
Nice.
something. I have
Nice.
to get, it has been nice. And even though I want to say to them, no, don't spend your money on us because, and I feel that way, at the same time, it's that, okay, I don't want to discourage you from
Right.
doing this either.
Don't
Not
squash it.
necessarily from us. Like, you don't have to give us anything because we're now I'm entering that realm of, I have everything I need. And,
Yeah. That's such a garbage.
But it warms my heart to think that, okay, now they're doing it on their own. They're having at least that moment of, wait a minute. Yeah, I want to give something back. I want to give someone something else. Something this holiday
Yeah,
season.
you don't want to discourage that because
don't
you've
wanna
been setting it
discourage
up
it.
for years.
Well, just Christmas is about, it's not about receiving, but you do receive. It's important to give
Yeah.
in some form.
And teach them that lesson that when either one of them watch them open that present
Yeah.
and the joy it gives them.
How nice it is.
It's like how good you feel.
It's so much better than receiving
It's like,
anything.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
That's from me. I gave that to you. Look at the joy it's bringing.
Yeah.
Like, it makes you
I
happy
thought
to
about
see.
you to get you this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
At
kinda nice.
9 and 12.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice that it's maybe sinking in a
Right.
little bit. But I do think that you can't go wrong with grabbing a gift card.
Yeah, and maybe along the way I will be inspired to pick up something else. And if that ruins Christmas, so be it.
If that's what's going to ruin it, hey.
Yeah. Then
let it happen.
Let's just trash it then.
Okay.
All for that. So here we go. It's Friday. My daughter's coming in by train. My son
Today?
already lives here. Yep.
Nice.
And she's staying for about a week.
Mark.
She's probably listening to the podcast right now on the train.
That's exciting.
She's raising her hand.
Oh, good.
If you're on the Via train to Belleville out of Toronto, raise your hand right now. Steph, who else is there?
Yeah.
Looking on the train. Who else is listening to the podcast at the same time? What about you? You got so much family in the area. Can you walk me through what the next 4 days look like?
Oh my gosh.
Do you have it down yet, or do you have to be...
No, I know what our plans are. I still have a crap load of stuff, though, I got to get done for.
Right, yeah.
So tomorrow is my mom's family.
23rd.
We do have the extended family. So we're doing that tomorrow. And then...
What's their last name?
Sales.
That's the Sales family.
That's the
get
Sales
together.
family Christmas tomorrow.
Got it.
Christmas Day.
What about
is-
Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve we'll go to church.
Okay,
and
so
it's just
you
it's
guys
us
are
and my
at home?
parents. Yeah. My parents typically come down and we'll
Okay.
have a toddy and some we'll have some refreshments and then we'll get ready for Christmas Eve. Excuse me. And then Christmas Day, they're back actually first thing in the morning. Since my sister and I started our own families, my parents now come to us first thing in the morning. So their first stop is us. So they'll be
Okay.
at our house early in the morning.
Breakfast?
And, yep. They'll usually have a cup of coffee and some snacks before
Okay.
they head to my sister's.
Right.
And then Christmas Day this year, we're with Wayne's family. So we'll have dinner with them in the afternoon on Christmas Day. And then Boxing Day, we're at my parents' place
Okay.
for our family.
Wow.
Christmas.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So 3 full Christmases,
In 4 days.
Sales, Browns, and Kerrs,
Yes.
and in 4 days with some toddies in church.
Yes. And
Full.
there's some, I still have to deliver some cards and a couple of other little packages I want to take over to the neighbors.
Yeah. So,
Christmas Eve.
Away we go.
So, yeah, once I get through today.
What does today look like?
Do you really want to know?
No, I do. I do
Okay,
want to
so
know.
Today I got to go to Walmart. I got to go to, I don't think I have to hit the mall, thank God. I might have to go to Canadian Tire and I got to get groceries at some point. I
Okay,
picked the worst day to go grocery shopping. I know this. I'm trying to decide what No Frills will be the best location to hit. I'm thinking probably Brighton because it is the biggest and has the widest aisles.
Yep.
And the most checkouts. Belleville, I'm probably going to try to avoid at all costs.
Bell Boulevard.
Yeah.
Yeah, super
Oh
busy.
my gosh. I had that moment last night because Ben and I came in. He wanted to get something for his dad. So we came back into Belleville last night, as you know. And that moment of when we got to Bell Boulevard of just double checking him and saying, okay, you've got your seatbelt on, right? And that is awful. But it really is so busy. I do not trust everyone else out there. Because you had your own run-in last night too. And it wasn't the shoppers. It is the drivers.
Yeah, it was the driver.
That I get tense
Road
around.
rage incident, which involved the guy getting out of his car.
Did he actually get out?
He got out of his car and came to my window.
I thought he was just waving his fist.
No. That, and then it moved on to that. It was up at the Quinte Mall last night. Yeah, it's one of those things where as it escalated, it's like, is this really happening?
I didn't realize
Yeah.
he got out of his car, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was at the front turning right onto North Front.
Yeah.
And if you can picture
At
where
the
it is-
lights?
No, at Denny's. So it's just that little ramp.
Okay,
right?
yeah. And you were turning right.
which would take you back to Bell Boulevard in about 150 feet. And so if you
Yeah.
turn right away, you're in the right-hand turning lane to turn right onto Bell
Yes.
Boulevard. Well, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to move up and
go
continue
into the
along
mall.
North Front. No, I'm leaving the mall. Right? So
Sorry,
I'm
I'm
hanging a
trying to
right
put-
to go south on North Front Street.
Okay, yeah.
Heading down toward Wendy's.
And you didn't want to turn back down. You wanted
Bell
to go
Boulevard.
straight. Got
Yeah, I
it. So
wanted
you
to
were
go.
waiting to get over in the other
Right.
line.
And
Okay,
the
now
two
I got
lanes,
it.
The 2 lanes going
Yes.
straight were full, and everybody was flying by me
Yeah.
was turning right on Bell Boulevard.
Yeah.
So it didn't make sense for me to get into that because there's no way then to move over
Yes.
to be able to go straight. So I was waiting for the light to turn green so those lanes can go, and then I'll follow them.
Exactly.
Well, there was an opening where the right, and I knew there was a guy behind me. I started flashing his lights. And then I went, oh, what's that guy's problem? Like clearly
Yeah.
I want to go straight. And before I know it, he's at my window and he's gesturing. And I gestured and blew him back. And Kath grabs at her seatbelt. I thought she was going to go out after him. And I said, if you hadn't, he had done anything, that could have gone back. Anyway, so then I got out and got in the first right-hand lane.
Yes.
He swung out behind me. This all took place like in 30 seconds. He couldn't wait 30 seconds. Like, he can see as much traffic as I can see. He swung out, so now he's on my side, shoots me the finger with his window down, and gestures me like, let's go. And Kath, and she was like dog with a bone. She leans over me and she's screaming at him. And I'm thinking there are 3 people in this incident. And
I'm the calm one.
And Mark Philbin is the calmest one. Something's not right here. But again, and I don't know what his issue was. Nobody's got anywhere to go at 5:30, leaving the Quinte Mall.
Not in that.
He's in his mid-50s.
Not that desperately.
No.
There's nowhere you need to be.
And he couldn't have been behind me when I was waiting more than 15 seconds. Like, figure it out. Take a look at the situation. It's jammed in traffic. He probably, because he was going the same way I was. What did he think he was going to do?
Yeah.
If I left and then he moved up to the front, he was never going to be able to move over. Where did he think he was going?
Yeah.
It's not like I was stopping him from turning right and then turning right.
Well, and then you said, too, once you did get out, even he pulled up next to you. He couldn't go anywhere. He was stuck at the red light anyway.
Stuck again. What did you accomplish?
Yes. And that's what I always say, too. It's like there is nowhere I need to be that's worth getting into such a mood or getting so, like, yes, people drive me crazy. Don't get me wrong. I have my own moments of, seriously, man, like, what are you doing?
Right. Yeah.
But this time of year especially, it's not worth it. Take a step here, folks. Take a break. Take a moment. Do what you need to do and relax.
Yeah.
Nobody's out to get you. Nobody's trying to frig up your day. Nobody's doing this on purpose. Take a break. Like, just take a moment.
I memorized his license plate number.
I know you did. I wondered if you wouldn't call our friend Police Chief Callahan. But you didn't.
Yeah, if you're listening to this podcast, he and I are pretty good acquaintances. So, oops.
No, but it is crazy how worked up people
And what if swinging behind me, he had hit somebody who was moving in another lane?
Because that's when it happens, right? When you get impatient and in a rush with anything, that's when mistakes happen. And with a vehicle, and if you're
in the dark,
and if you're in that kind of state, all sensibilities out the window. So who knows what you're going to do, and who knows what's going to be on the receiving end of that? Like, it's crazy. Not okay.
Not okay. Came out, and like a lot of these things, it just literally came out of nowhere within 30 seconds. Like, I never would have believed I was going to be involved in that.
Because you yourself are not going out there to be an asshole.
No.
You're leaving the mall.
Yeah. And the easiest way...
So chill the hell out, folks.
The easiest way to go south on North Front is to go up through that ramp beside Denny's and then just turn right. I don't have to worry about lights. Oh, but it was so crowded. And then the flashing lights and what? And then the guys at the window. It's like, what is your problem? Relax, dude. We're not the only ones on the road. It's 5:30, 4 days before Christmas.
The mall is ridiculous right now.
Yeah,
so if you're going over there expecting to get in and out...
Yeah, forget it. Yeah.
Give your head a shake.
Yeah.
If you're heading over there, expect to wait, expect to take longer than normal. It's not going to be a quick trip. Calm down.
You know what? Like, enjoy it too, because it's kind of the hustle and bustle is kind of fun.
Honestly, yeah. In the mall last night, it was even though it was crazy and there were so many cars, it actually felt like the holiday.
Yeah.
It's like
it kind of is. So that's what I mean. Like, relax. Kath and I just walked through the mall holding hands, got in the vehicle, and then bang, you get hit with that, right? Like,
and it just kind of puts such a damper, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like it ruins that fun feeling.
And now I feel badly for feeling badly about him, and he just needs a friend, right? That's what my dad would say. He probably just needs a friend in the holiday season. That's a very nice
way to look at it. That's a very positive takeaway, Mark.
Maybe that was just a tough day for him, but boy.
Yeah, but...
Boy, hang in there.
Then take a moment.
Yeah. All right, well, Merry Christmas to you and Wayne and the boys.
It is going to be a Merry Christmas. I got my Kelsey shirt on, so I'm happy.
Good for you.
Thank you very much, Mark.
And thank you for yours.
This is quite nice.
And I think it's really great that the next time I see you, we'll be in pajamas. I think. Let's start that rumor.
Wait.
We've decided Wednesday show
is a new pajama shirt. Maybe I'll just wear this with pajama pants, because this is, I don't know that I'm going to take this off during the holidays.
I wouldn't say it on the air, but I'll say it on the podcast.
Okay.
Any woman who walks into a bedroom with a football jersey on, that is lingerie. There is no man who can resist a woman who walks into a bedroom with a sports jersey on.
I was going to say, okay, now you're saying sports jersey.
Anyway, like you
I would say probably a hockey jersey would be the one in our house.
No, it doesn't matter. Like, you walk in with just a hockey. Yeah,
no,
okay.
That's not what I'm saying, though.
Game time.
I would still wear pajama pants and like maybe a turtleneck.
But I'm just saying, that's,
Anyway, Wednesday is pajama day because the kids are on holidays and we feel that we should be on holidays too.
That's right. So why should we not be able to get in on Spirit Week next week? We're going to talk more about some of our highlights of the year because we're putting together pictures. The radio station's putting together for a display that will go up on our website. And so we'll do some of the highlights from pickleball to hot dog costumes to parades.
Events that we were in this year, It was a good year. It was a good year.
Get you set for New Year's Eve and all of that. Merry Christmas, absolutely, everybody. Have a fabulous holiday break. We'll talk to you on Wednesday with Mark and Charity Mornings. Enjoy the holiday music throughout the next 4 days on 95.5